What is destructuring? Destructuring in JavaScript is a convenient way to extract values from array or object and assign them to a variable. Let's see an example for destructuring. Let me open the VS Code. Inside this VS Code, I have already created a test.js, which is nothing but a JavaScript file. Let's see code without destructuring. After that, let's see code with destructuring. For that, I am typing const user. User is nothing but our object name. Inside this object, I am giving two properties, that is name. I'm giving assigning value as shas. After that, I'm typing another property and assigning value as 30. So we got our two properties. After that, I'm creating a variable called name and assigning this user dot name, that is nothing but our object name with our property name to variable name called name. After that, I'm creating another variable called age, assigning user dot age to it. After that, typing console.log. Inside this console.log, I am assigning calling this variable name for printing the variable name. Then also I am using console.log and printing this age variable. Let's open the terminal. Let's see the output. Let's type node test.js. We are getting output as shas and 30. For getting this output, we need to type these many code. So it takes long time. So it takes long time, and we need to type these many lines again and again for multiple values also. You can also type like this also. Like, let's remove this. You can type directly as user.name and user.age. So we will be getting the same output. Let's see the output. See, we are getting the same output. For limited number of values, we can use this methodology itself. We do not want to use any destructuring. For multiple values only, we need to use destructuring. You can also use destructuring for limited values. For if you want to use destructuring, it will also, we need to write so many lines for limited values. That's why we are using this methodology. So why we are using destructuring? Destructuring will reduce code time. I mean, we do not want to write same object name again and again. It will reduce the object name repetition, as well as it will save more time. So we can write code with less number of code in limited number of time. That's why we are using destructuring. So let's see how we achieve destructuring. For that, I'm going to type const. Inside this const variable, I'm going to assign variable name as name as age. Destructuring is nothing but getting values from, or extracting values from an array or object and assigning them to a variable. That's what happening. We are getting values from name and age, that is nothing but properties in our object, and assigning them to a new variable, assigning them to a variable called name and age. After that, we are getting a value from our object name and assigning them to a variable. We can also change name by using aliasing. Like, let's see, giving you name as username. We can achieve this using giving semicolon. Aliasing is nothing but changing our old name with a new name. For that, let's see, using console.log, let's see, let's type username. Let's see what happens. Let's go to terminal. See, we get shas as output. Let's type more values. Let's type address. Inside this address, I'm typing xy is a street. After that, let's type state. Inside the state, I'm assigning value scale. After that, let's type country also. typing int. Let's type new variable address state country. Let's use console.log country console.log state. Let's see what happens. Let's see in the terminal. See, we got our username, that is Shaz. We got our country using country name, that is country variable int. After that we are getting our state as care. That's how destructuring works. Destructuring reduce object name repetition, as well as it save so much time. So it will only take more time, and it will also make our code more cleaner and more efficient. That's why we are using destructuring. We can also use destructuring using function. For that we say parameter destructuring. Let's see that also. For that, let me remove this. After that, I'm typing function inside this. After that, I'm giving function name as data. Inside this, I'm assigning variable as name, comma, age, comma, country. After that, I'm giving curly brackets. Inside this curly bracket, I'm giving console.log, and I'm using a symbol. Whenever you use any variable, you need to give a certain symbol. This symbol is found near our above our tab button in our keyboard. Why we are giving this symbol? Because whenever we use any variable, we need to use this symbol as well as a dollar symbol. Let's type that. Hello, my name is dollar name. After that, my age is dollar age. After that, I'm typing I am from dollar country. After that, I am calling this function and assigning an argument as object name. Let's see the output. Say, hello, my name is Shaz, my age is 30, and I am from India. That's how we can achieve parameter destructuring. That's how destructuring works.